Okay. Hi, everybody. So we're going to do our stress management segment right now. What would you like to do this week, Richard?
Well, let's first of all give a brief why. Why do we want to deal with stress management? What does it have to do with these organisms?
Well, stress raises our cortisol levels, and that feeds them, and they have a happy party.
I love the way you put it. Yeah, you know, stress is part of our everyday lives, you know, and many of us already suffer from stress-related problems like headaches and stomach problems and hypertension, and now we add this on, the uncertainty and worry. You know, I doubt that there's anybody on this call that has not been depressed. I doubt. I mean, if so, speak up. I want to hear that you haven't been depressed. You know, I want to know what the key is, what the magic thing is, or angry with the medical profession and how they've been treated and embarrassed. I had one lady drive 4 hours to see this specialist that was the best in the world, in her terms, and he examined her. It was teaching day, and he brought in 4 interns back into the office. She was standing in the middle, and he pointed out to his 4 interns, this is a result of somebody who's mentally unstable. 4 hours she drove there to be told she was a nut. How embarrassing, you know. This is the kind of treatment some people get. Delusional parasitosis. So how can you not be angry? Oh, you're bringing it on yourself. You don't have a problem. I mean, they see the lesions. They see, oh, yeah, you're scratching the middle of your back up there where you can't reach. That must be you doing that, right? Okay. Or you're telling your dog to do it, you know. So, I mean, it's crazy. The best dermatologist there. If you mention the word Morgellons, you're 99% diagnosed as delusional parasitosis. If you take in samples, you're called a wacko, and you're delusional parasitosis. Anger, frustration. Our goal here, I went through it. I imagine everybody goes through this. And what it does is it adds uncertainty, confusion, anger, frustration. And these emotions, they are actually challenging our egos in a sense. And the end result is the fight or flight. Epinephrine, adrenaline, noradrenaline, cortisol, as Robin mentioned. And we're ready to fight or run, but there's nothing to fight, nothing to run from. You can't fight these things. They're too tiny. You can't even see them for the most part. If you move to Alaska or Hawaii, they're there. You're taking them with you, because until you get into the program and into the diet and it kicks in, you're a walking, breathing, talking machine. They're jumping off of your body. They're shedded from your skin. You fly in an airplane. You leave the filaments in your seat. You sit in a beauty parlor. You leave the filaments there. They get on the comb that you're in the equipment that that's being used and transferred to somebody else. It's frustrating. So you get to a point where your homeostatic level comes higher. Homeostatic level is like our base point. It's where we want to be. We can sleep, regenerate our body, we get up, we go through our life, we deal with the stresses, we deal with the ups and downs, come back home, go back to bed, we sleep, you bring in the parasites. As Robin once said, the refrigerator went and she went nuts. All of a sudden, the littlest thing is like the straw that breaks the camel's back, and your fight or flight is kicked in, and when your fight or flight is kicked in, one of the hormones, as you mentioned, is cortisol. Cortisol causes blood sugar increases, and sugar's not on the diet. It feeds these things. You just gave these guys a party, as Robin said. You created a party with the blood sugar that's being released into your body. Plus, when you're in the fight or flight, your IQ drops.
Right.
And everybody in this program, I mean, Robin has shared many things. She said, each of you are our research team, my research team. I've learned so much from Robin. I don't have all the answers. I've learned so much from Elle. I don't have all the answers. I learn from you guys. Your creativity benefits me. You guys find the research projects and you send them to me. I look at it. I figure out how it fits in. So one of the things that we need to do that is important is to manage stress. Now, what you have to do is you have to go down and find your local stress management center, and you need to plop down, maybe $500, $800 for stress management training. Does that make sense, Robin? That's what we got to do, right? Everybody's got to go find a stress management center and plop down $800.
That won't increase your stress at all.
What?
That won't increase your stress.
Yeah. Your microphone is just not loud enough. We need to get you back to where you were. But that's stressful, not hearing you. Okay. So, all right. Well, managing stress happens to be free. Very free, very easy for each and every one of us to do during the day. And if you take any course in the management of stress, you'll find that one of the most easiest, simplest things to do is breathe. You know, when we're stressed out, one of the things that happens, muscle tension increases. So we get headaches as a result of that, because if you don't use up these stress hormones, the adrenaline, noradrenaline, epinephrine, and cortisol, if you don't use them up by either fighting or running, they circulate and your muscles stay tight. I mean, if you take your hand and you make it real tense like this, how long do you think it'll be before you feel pain? How long? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and your arm's got to be hurting? Well, let up and just feel a little bit of tension there. Hold on. Now hold on to. Now how long will it be? Oh, maybe 5 hours, maybe 10 hours, and your hand will hurt again. But so we hold on to muscle tension, ends up with headaches. We hold on to elevated blood pressure, hypertension. We hold on to the stomach shuts down when we're in the stress. Well, the stomach and the gut biome, that's the last thing you want to happen there, is to shut down your digestive system long term. Last thing you want to happen. Your sweat gland activity increases. Your breath rate comes up, hyperventilation. There's feedback. Everybody please do star six, everybody. All right, thank you. All right, so we have all this stuff happening, our IQ drops and our creativity. Please, star 6, everybody. Star 6. Somebody didn't hear that. Okay, and the cortisol causes blood sugar to dump into our and feed the parasites. They love it. So you don't have to go take a course in stress management. You can go to my site and get a free course, dstress.com. One email every month will teach you different techniques in managing stress. But Robin is going to share with you an easy one that you can do, and that is simply doing deep breathing. Now, she's going to tell you how to do it correctly. And as you're breathing, you can get fancy. And she's going to have you, as you inhale creativity, inhale ingenuity, peace, balance. Exhale the anxiety, the fear, the uncertainty, the confusions, because this is where we want you to bring those feelings and convert them to a call to action so that you can say that because of us, that we didn't give up, you didn't give up, and you got your life back. So the deep breathing is something that's free. It's simply a matter of you remembering to do it. You do it when you come to a stop sign. You take a slow, deep breath. You do it every time before you pick up the phone or do a text. You do a long, slow, deep breath. Stoplight, you do 3 or 4 deep breaths. Watching TV during commercials, do 3 or 4 deep breaths. You know, it's like I can give you a Cadillac or a Mercedes, but if it sits in your driveway and you don't drive it, it doesn't do any good for you. So we can give you this easy technique, but if you don't do it, it's not going to do any good for you. It's up to you to plug it in and do it routinely and every day. Okay, Robin, so tell us how to do deep breathing.
Okay, so you can stand up if you want to, or you can sit down with both feet on the ground, shoulders down, chin level, like you're not reaching for anything. And we're going to breathe from our diaphragm, which is right like in our belly. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth in a controlled exhale. We're going to push the air out using our diaphragm and our stomach muscles. And we're going to breathe in for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, and then breathe out for 10 seconds. Okay? So, let the air out and breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and breathe in hope 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold on to your peace 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out and imagine parasites just dissolving into nothingness 4, 5, and your home being clear 8, 9, 10, and breathe in and imagine snuggling with your cat or dog and you're both clear. And hold with a big smile on your face 4, 5, and breathe out and imagine lying down on your couch and not getting bitten 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and breathe in joy, the joy of being alive in a parasite-free environment, and hold, imagine hugging your friends and your relatives, your grandkids, and breathe out. And just imagine everything that shouldn't be in your home being pushed out, 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 out. And breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Just think of something that makes you happy. And breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one more. Breathe in and your shoulders are down and everything is relaxed. And hold and be glad. Just imagine being glad all the time. And breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a deep cleansing breath. And a glass of water if you have it. cleanse those toxins out of your body.
Thank you, Robin. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. You can't drink enough water. Or Cistus tea. We have Cistus tea in the store, which is one of the best teas on the planet. It has so many benefits. Tremendous. So, thank you, Robin. Now, deep breathing does not work for everybody. So if you are doing the deep breathing and find that you're just getting a little bit more anxious, then and you wonder what's wrong with me, why isn't it working for me? Well, people who have a tendency for being anxious or anxiety prone, that's not the best technique. In fact, when I used to work with people with agoraphobia, having them try to do internal focusing technique like deep breathing would actually kick in a full-blown panic and anxiety attack. So alternatively, on other Sundays, we do other techniques such as tapping, where you don't focus on your breathing. Or those people can, when they come to a stop sign, they can do tapping as we do, or they can just listen to the music and see if they can pick out the instruments in the music or look in the distance. So it's external focusing techniques for those people. Also, in the updates that come out that announce this program, there are 2 links to 2 different relaxation things that I have on YouTube. They're both free. One is stoptouchingyourface.info, which is designed for COVID-19 to minimize, let's not transfer. Google says we touch our face 16 times every hour, so that means 16 times every hour there are bullets coming at your face with COVID, depending on where you've been. So it's a great program, it's entertaining, and it helps you relax. There's also the Inner World of Tranquility. I guarantee you, if you sit down and you listen to that program, you're going to be on cloud 9 when you finish it, and you're going to have a tranquil feeling and a sense of calmness and confidence that you perhaps never before imagined possible. So managing stress is important. We can share the techniques with you. You don't have to spend any money at all. You just have to remember to do them and make them part of your everyday life. We've had people share in a moment if anybody would like to. Sometimes people do share. We've had people that have told us that they have been diagnosed as hypertensive, chronic hypertension, and simply by introducing the deep breathing, that all went away. In fact, anytime you go to the doctor before you have your blood pressure taken, as you're sitting there, remember to do this. It'll make the difference between having 130 over 70 versus 150 over 90. It can make that big a difference. So, okay, anyone like to share? You could do a *6, open your line, and share if you like, or if you've texted Robin or Chris.
I'd like to share.
Yes, please.
My name is Jason. I started with you about a month and a half ago.
Hi, Jason.
I've been on the diet. Hi, how are you?
Good.
I've been on the diet. I've been on and off, and now I've been strictly on. I'm on a low-carb keto diet on top of the bug problem, working out. And I was kind of like, is this diet really going to work? Come on. It's, how do bugs know about my skin? Well, I say I've been clear for about 3 weeks with no biting, no crawling, no nothing. And I'm afraid still to say it's the diet because I'm like waiting for that bite or that to come back. You just don't trust that diet for bugs. It doesn't make sense in my brain. But I did. I was on the diet. I'm eating like basically just meat, eggs. I'm trying to do different recipes to make it a little more fun. I like to stay in stage 1. I'm almost afraid to go on stage 2. So I'm like, oh, let me get some cheese. Oh my God, it's going to happen. You kind of. I'm very, very careful on what foods I introduce. So me being stupid, I was like, okay, I'm doing great. I'm on the diet. I'm not getting bit. My face is not all red and with bites. and I took like a little finger of peanut butter. Okay. This is, and I wrote the date down because I read.
You know why I'm laughing. I know the result.
Well, I remember, it's like, oh my God, this is allowed on keto, but it's not allowed on the bug thing. I'm like, I took it, I ate it, just to see, and then I'm like, I wrote the date down, 2/15. I ate peanut butter, way off, like, that's probably like, the worst thing to do. 4 days later, I'm getting a little bit of activity going. I'm like, what could it be? I mean, I started the little peanut butter, and I started with it's an antioxidant, kind of like vitamin E. It's like kelp, red. I forget the name, antioxidant or something it's called. I'm like, can that do it? Because it had a little bit of olive oil. Or was it the peanut butter?
Oh.
And I think it was the peanut butter. And I know it. I read Richard's book a couple times. It says, do not, you're forbidden to eat peanut butter, pretty much. So my question is basically, did the peanut butter, you think, activate some things, or is it just,
Absolutely.
One Tic Tac breath mint will do it.
Even on stage 1 for like a month?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, if it were not for the medication ORAP, and again, since we're getting medical here and we're a different segment, I need to do the FDA thing. The FDA requires me to inform everybody we're not medical doctors. Before you start the diet or accept any of our recommendations, you discuss them with your doctor, and that we're not here to cure, treat, or mitigate any disease or diagnose you. We're here to educate you, and that's what we're doing here right now. And that is, yes, that little smidgen of peanut butter will do it. And the only way, I went on stage 1 for 90 days to see if the diet was a cure. 90 full days. No reactions. Completely clear. I thought I was cured. I went off the diet, and boom, within 7 days, all activity was back. So the diet is not a cure. I don't know how it cleans them out of your system or if it puts them to sleep or what exactly it does, but it works, as you noticed. It's amazing. And the only thing that allowed me to get to stage 2 was to reduce the dopamine uptake in my brain. At that time, I didn't know it, but I shared in one of the earlier segments, a dermatologist that I went to was familiar with the use of ORAP, Primazide, in the treatment of mites, and he prescribed it for me. And it doesn't work this way for everybody, and Primazide can have side reactions that are not very friendly. For me, fortunately, it was a good medication. I didn't have any motor problems or any of the side reactions. One pill, and I slept through the night like a baby. It was wonderful. And I was able to go to stage 2 and on to now stage 3 and eat whatever I want. So, and towards that end, we have a new formula that we're testing in the store right now. It's called Nature's Gift Herbal Parasite Stop Formula. It's a combination of different herbs to reduce dopamine uptake in the brain, so that we don't have to be called crazy and delusional by having to take ORAP and Abilify, Seroquel, and the other medications that also do that.
Yeah, I just wanted to give I do believe it worked. It's unbelievable. Like, people I know that are on this call, and they're like, I'll do the diet, I'll try the diet. And I was one of those. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is like one of these internet things, kind of, and my heart wasn't in it. And then when I started working out, I'm like, what, let me do it full force, full on. Let me just not eat, but everything. I've read your book on what to eat on the stage 1, and believe it or not, I didn't believe it. I was like, I'm not getting bit anymore. You know,
that's a great testimony.
I'm not getting bit anymore. So I'm telling people on this call, it is not BS. It is real. I thank you, Richard, because if I didn't find you Googling like for 2 months to find some type of relief, I want to thank you because you went through this and you're sharing it with everybody else. And I'm crossing my fingers that I can get past the peanut butter back to get rid of them. I don't know how long this is going to take for me to be back at baseline of, doing great for a month and then a little finger of peanut butter put me back again. But I do want to give a shout-out to Richard. Yeah, I just want to give a shout-out to Richard because, when you don't have the bites, you kind of take it for granted. You're like, okay, it's done. You forget about it. But then you quickly you remember, oh, my God, I'm getting bitten up. I'm getting itchy on me. You get that feeling. And then it's like, okay, I got to be strict on this thing. And the diet is not bad. I mean, you can do the stage 1. I could do the stage 1 for 90 days. It's just for me, it's a little scary to jump into the stage 2 when you've been doing so well in stage 1.
So the thing about stage 2 you want to remember is you do one food at a time, and you wait at least 3 to 5 days between foods.
And do your diary as you did.
Yeah.
Keep that diary. That diary is important.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, get the diary. I haven't done that because I haven't, I'm like, when can I ever eat a slice of pizza again? Like, when can I have a slice of, regular bread?
So, actually, I have a recipe for, it's like in between stage 1 and stage 2. It uses farmer's cheese and spelt crust, kind of like a stage 1 pizza that you can make. And contact me. I'll send you some cool recipes.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. Some of you guys should write a recipe book. I mean,
I'm writing a recipe book.
Chapter 5 is full of recipes. In fact, there's Robin's Corner in Chapter 5. She's contributed a lot of recipes.
That's right. In the new book.
Anyway, I just want to say, I want to keep it short for me, but thank you very much, everybody that's been, that got me to this point. Because it's been living, when you get this thing and you go to 8 different doctors and dermatologists and all these, anything in the world that man can invent, they don't have a cure. You can go out to all these places. Even if they said, yes, you have springtails, columba, all that, there's nothing they can do. They don't have a medicine invented for this. So this is the best thing. So people on this call, I'm just letting everybody know I was a skeptic. I'm not anymore.
Thank you for sharing. Your check is in the mail.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
Hey, the reason we're here is for testimony like that. It works. People get their lives back. And we want volunteers. We want coaches. So I welcome you. If you have the time, when you get to the point where you know that you have your life back and know that you know what to do, volunteer to be a coach like Robin, Ethel, Barbara, and Sandra. We love to have you. We need help.
I'm a caretaker, so I have all the time in the world, but I'm not at the stage yet. I can't really give advice because I'm more taking advice at this point. But
you don't have to get to the end of that. All that's important is you get to the point where you know how to manage the diet for people, like you said, motivating people. You didn't believe it was true. They need to be coddled. They need to be held. They need to know that, yes, if they do it, they can make it work, and the results are worth it.
Yeah, well, then I'll volunteer to talk to anyone that wants some help. As far
as email me, and we'll send people your direction who are looking for that kind of help. I charge for my coaching, but believe me, I'm not the best coach. I'm out of touch. It's been 20 years since I've dealt with this thing. So Robin is very fresh. Ethel is very fresh, and they are just, getting their lives back. So they have more information oftentimes than I do, and can be better help. And they're free.
I have a lot of stuff that I've taken that I think I could share with people to help them, especially with the laundry. I've gotten down pat. I've gotten my environment down pat. The diet, I'm working on it. I know the stage 1. I could definitely help.
Well, that's very important, and I welcome your contribution in that manner. What you did say earlier was important. I do not recommend mixing protocols. I don't recommend going to other herbologists or no. They recommend things like wormwood, castor oil, and these things just feed the organism. So they give you some things that I can't comment on, I'm not familiar with. So if you have trouble, I can't help. We can't help. So I don't recommend mixing protocols.
I only do one protocol, which is you. There is nobody else I could even think of besides one lady that says to spray alcohol, alcohol instead of ammonia. It's hers is alcohol, and she doesn't believe in any diet. It's just
alcohol only aggravates them. It only gets their feathers up.
But, I'll email you, and then you can send people my way, and it'll be helpful for me and to the person I'm talking to. So
Fantastic. Thank you so much for contributing and sharing. Anyone else like to share or ask a question?
What
we're
can
in
we add?
We're in the stress management section here. Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Who's this?
What can we add to, I need to put, for the first time in my entire life, I'm on the first stage, Richard, and then I'm ordering your book tomorrow. What can I add in there to put a little, I need to gain about 5 pounds back. This, I guess, put me under too much stress, and it has caused me to go down in my weight for some reason.
Yeah, the diet is phenomenal and fantastic for people who are 20 and 30, 40 pounds overweight. For people who are underweight, it can be a little challenging. And what I used to do is I bulked up on spinach pasta and turkey meat. I loved the turkey, the dark turkey meat. Make meatballs. You make your own tomato sauce, or there is one or two brands that you can buy in the store that don't have additives. Calendra, I think, is that the name of it? Calendra.
Yeah.
So you get and you just bulk up on
well, what
that.
about the spinach? Do they have spinach pasta without the wheat and the gluten and all that mess?
Yeah, spinach rice pasta, spinach rice pasta. Brown rice pasta. You can get just brown rice pasta, or you can get spinach brown rice pasta.
Oh, in the grocery store?
Sure. Well, health food stores, definitely. Most grocery stores, perhaps.
Brown rice pasta. I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
I can bulk up on that. Yes.
Yeah.
Can we have like almond butter or anything, or does that come later in your program?
Stage 2, you can go to walnuts. Almonds, forget it. It's a stage 3 diet. Stage 2, you can have walnuts. You can have macadamias. You can have Brazil nuts. Those 3 nuts, basically, for stage 2. Stage 3 is cashews, almonds, pine nuts, and things like that.
Cashews? Okay, I can do that.
Cashews, stage 3.
Okay.
Yeah, not now.
3.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to figure out what to put in. I only have 1 cup of coffee a day, and I was trying to figure out what to put in there. And somebody said cashew, pure cashew.
No cashews.
No, not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. I got to get the book.
Thanks for asking. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Keep coming back. We're here too.
This is a journey, and I would love to be a coach with Robin and them when I get far enough along. So
fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
We love to have a lot of coaches. Great. Thank you. There are a lot of people that need a lot of help.
They sure do. This is a blessing in disguise, and you're right about the doctors. Mine just flicked something off his shirt and laughed at me. And I'm sitting there with sores all over my body, very sick, lost 12 pounds, which I didn't need to, I always had a weight problem, but I didn't need to lose at this point, and very sick, and it's really, that's heartbreaking. It really is.
It is, isn't it? We go to them for help, and instead of scratching their head and saying, I don't know how to help you, they get into their high horse and say, you've got delusions of parasite, you're doing it to yourself. This morning's email, everybody looked at it, was about pictures of the different skin diseases out there. And people go with these lesions, and the dermatologist says, you don't have anything. You're doing it to yourself. I don't understand.
That's insanity. I mean, they're real sores that come on my legs and across my back sometimes. I'm like, that's insanity. I never had that in my chart. They're crazy. They're the ones that need the psycho. That's it.
So true. Well, they're pretty busy dealing with COVID and all the other problems that people have. They're great at putting people back together and dealing with heart attacks and stuff like that. I mean, they're good. They're good at a lot of things that they do. They just don't have any inkling of what skin parasites are. Veterinarians do a better job.
Yeah. My veterinarian gave me more help than the doctor. So,
thank you for sharing.
You guys, really. So, and I'm better. Just ordering a few things and, as I can, because I was spending a fortune at the natural place and all that stuff, and I was like, I don't have the money to do this without, being widowed. And so, anyway, this has been good. Yeah, it is.
Thank you. Yeah, it is good. When you go to a lot of nutritionists, I know my mother went to one many years ago, and she walked out with about 20 different things to take, and quite a $500 a month kind of thing. And the supplements that we use are very targeted. I mean, very few nutritionists know about how to effectively boost glutathione, so they don't even touch the subject. They might go into NAC and acetylcysteine, but if you boost your glutathione, you don't need half of the stuff, because glutathione recycles vitamin C. It makes vitamin A work. It makes alpha lipoic acid work. And when you have all those things really working, you don't need as much supplements. So.
Wow.
I'm so happy.
Well, I feel I've only been on that I ordered from you for a week, not quite a week, and all of a sudden I was waking up I'm loaded with energy anyway, but my energy's back, and I just feel good. I can't describe it, but I'm better, and the sores are clearing up. Weird. It's just strange. They're just drying up.
It's what we expect. It's what we expect. Thank you. I mean, you have no choice but to get better on this program.
Yeah, I mean, that's wonderful. It's wonderful that it's not a hokey coke like I forgot his name was sharing a while ago. It's not, and that's why I'm ready for the diet part right now. I had candida and I was waiting. But that was because the doctor put me on 1,800 milligrams of antibiotics when I got scratched by a cat that was infected with tapeworms. And he cleared up the infection, and he killed everything in my body.
Yeah, we have, unfortunately, one lady that was put on some, I don't know, weird antibiotic, and it affected her DNA somehow. So, I mean, it basically totally destroyed her health. And it's a challenge to bring her back and get things to working in her body again. The antibiotics can be bad news.
I've been off of wheat and eggs and rice and gluten, and I'm like, my weight's going down. I'm like, Lord, please help me. So I've been doing all of that, and I am better, but now I'm ready for the King's plan. So I'm on yours right now, and then I'll go to stage 2 and see what I can add, and I'll go find some pasta. I can load up on that, yes.
Exactly, absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, your check is in the mail.
Spell spread.
We like to laugh. You know, part of this this segment is about stress management, actually, and we did the deep breathing exercises. Another thing to really deal with stress is physical exercise. You know, get out there. I used to go jogging. Now I use a rebounder. The rebounder is a great device. You bounce on it. It opens up your lymphatics. Another thing is laughter. Find a channel on YouTube that has your genre of humor and watch it and laugh. Laugh yourself back to health.
Yes. Agreement. In agreement. Yes. And I'm just adding exercise back in because I just made it through surgery. First time in my life I've ever had to have any surgery or anything, but
well, if you're in the Northeast and you want some exercise, you can come over and operate my snowblower for me.
That's right. I did all the breathing ones with Robin, and I did 40 squats today, some stretches. I'm back to my weights with my arms, and I'll start hitting the treadmill. And then I'll have to go in for dental surgery mid-March. But, hey, this too shall pass. I'm going to stay on the plan. I'm going to help some people, too.
Great.
I'm going to get well.
We welcome your participation. You mentioned dental, and one of the things I'm just going to mention it because amalgam fillings with mercury toxify your body. And there are two approaches to that. Dr. Ammon has you take them all out and spend $10,000 or so. My approach is to boost your glutathione and have the glutathione get rid of the mercury.
Yeah, I'm boosting that right now. I don't. I might have about 3 teeth that still have that in, but they're going to take that out because I have to have the crowns replaced, so they're going to go ahead and take it out, you know. And, hey, I'm going to get back to my bouncy self again, and I'm going to have a testimony. Because you know what? This has really helped me. Nobody would help me. Nobody would help me. They thought, I said, listen, I'm not even a woman that gets sick ever, except for an allergy every now and then. What are you talking? I'm not crazy. There's nothing wrong with me mentally. I'm a motivator. I'm a dietitian. I help people lose weight and get healthy. And I'm like, they thought I was, you could see it in his eyes, like, yep, you're loony. You know, you're seeing stuff come off of it.
We welcome your enthusiasm and participation as you get your life back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a great evening.
You too.
Thanks, you too.
Anyone else like to share? We're talking about stress management now. Are you doing the deep breathing? Your blood pressure coming down? Well, you know, you're forcing us. You're not sharing, you're forcing us. We're going to have to listen to Robin sing a song. How about the Happy Cell song, Robin?
Okay, I'd love to.
Let's everybody get in the mood. Our resident musician.
All right, so I'll sing it through twice. Feel free to join in. I love this song. Okay. All my cells are healthy and happy. My cells are healthy and happy and well. All my cells are healthy and happy. My cells are healthy and happy and well. My cells are healthy and my cells are happy. My cells are healthy and happy and well. My cells are healthy and my cells are happy. My cells are healthy and happy and well. All my cells are healthy and happy. My cells are healthy and happy and well. All my cells are healthy and happy. My cells are healthy and happy and well. My cells are healthy and my cells are happy. My cells are healthy and happy and well. My cells are healthy and my cells are happy. My cells are healthy and happy and well.
Thank you. We forced you. That's great. We love to have a good time here too. You know. So anyone else like to share before we close this segment?
I think we're good.
Well, thanks for tuning in, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank Robin. I want to thank Chris, Barbara, Ethel. I want to thank Elle for coming back on today. I love being with you guys once every Sunday. We're here to motivate, inspire you, so that you will say to us one day, I'm glad you made me stay with it because I got my life back because of you guys, helping us out. So keep coming back. We love you all. Thank you all, guys, and everybody here, and have a great day. Thank you.